channel. Powers, abilities, and feats. Let's get into it. Let's talk about the powers and feats. Enhanced senses. Powers and abilities. Enhanced senses, agility, enhanced reflexes, tactical intuition, and at some point she had tentacles. She's a master combatant, expert hunter, and tracker, and a natural born leader. Her weaponry is most of the time knives. She has an eye patch, obviously. The teams she has been on, the Hellfire Trading Company as a White Knight. She was in Genosha and Excalibur with the, and we'll talk about that later. And she also was allies with the X-Men at some point, and Excel. Now let's talk about some of the feats from what I could gather. Callisto took, this is one of the most top tier impressive feats. She took a blast from a prime sentinel and lived to tell a tale. She did sacrifice herself for the greater goodness of her teammates. When brought back again by Mask, she became a gladiator in Tokyo Arena, and she had tentacles at this point, which has made her an extra triple threat, or even then some. She joined forces with Storm in the arena to free her people and take down Mask. Which takes true leadership as well. Again, she got the powers back in one comic where over 90% of the mutants lost their powers, including her. By taking a Tangerine Mist, which increased her power, but not what she expected. It heightened her senses, but later on her powers would run out again and she would become human. She took on Quicksilver. She gave the Runaways for a time a place to stay, showing her numbers and powers grew with her forming her community. All of her 5 senses were heightened. Saved the professor from an anti-mutants. Using her intuition, she was able to defeat opponents using her tactical mind to figure out the best move to counter them. She cut off the wings of Angel and was able to kidnap him, which isn't easy to do. Took on Storm hand-to-hand combat and almost defeated her had she not dragged the fight on. Led her Morlock army against the Martyrs and even survived the war. Callisto became Mara's personal bodyguard, and the two would end up at an alternate timeline at one point where the Germans won against the British and they had to find their way back into their own timeline, which the two would eventually do. The Morlocks would betray her at one point because of Mask, and she would find her own people and tell the tale after. She joined forces with Marrow for a time and went on an evil run in the comics for a moment. Became a top tier political leader as she joined forces with Charles Xavier and Magneto to create Excalibur in Genosha. And as always, guys, if you guys enjoy our content, you know what you guys can do. You can share, you can like, or you can subscribe to our channel. When you guys subscribe to our channel, you know what you do. You guys are building our empire and allowing us to provide you guys with even much more greater content for you guys to enjoy.